Did we start?
Hola.
Yes, September 21st. Big news. Herschel Walker has signed with Strikeforce. Do you care?
No.
Now, if one of his 45 personalities happens to mimic the guy from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, then everybody in Strikeforce will be getting fucked up.
I'd like to sit here and say this is a joke, but it's not. I don't understand how a 47-year-old man thinks he's going to step into an MMA ring for the very first time and win.
Because he's a 47-year-old athlete and it's not a publicity stunt.
Bullshit. I can tell we're about to talk about two old men who are about to hang it up, and one of them is 12 years younger than Herschel Walker. And
is that Crow Cop?
Yeah, and he's been doing it since he was 22.
Who's the other one?
Frank, I don't work for the UFC anymore, Trick.
Gosh, you're a predictor, dude.
He's a hell of a commentator, though.
He is our commentator, so he's always got his,
So, now that we're on that subject, UFC 103 was over the weekend.
Yes.
The main card, your first fight was Tyson Griffin versus Hermes Oompa Loompa Franca.
They came in with a Prince Purple Rain hairdo
and got his face caved in. Terrible.
Yep.
Josh Koscheck got the face Frank Trigg.
Koscheck's nasty.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, the UFC doesn't give fighters cupcake fights. They don't give people a redemption fight. They don't just, put up fodder. Okay, Tito Ortiz is getting ready to fight Mark Coleman.
Okay.
Anyway, so tell me Josh Koscheck wasn't handed a gift by fighting Frank Trigg.
Now let's talk about the good shit.
Paul Daly knocked, in his UFC debut, knocked Martin Kampman's face off.
Okay.
Crow Cop had a verbal submit.
Now, we need to talk about this because I want you to show me exactly how the verbal submission went because I didn't get to witness it.
It went like this. He went, hi-ya. Crow Cop goes, my eye, I no can see no fight no more. Done. Hey, guys, how you doing? Been a pleasure.
Can I get
Where's
my
my paycheck?
now?
Fucking dickhead.
If Crow Cop, if you ever see this video, if you ever see
he
us...
said it.
Blame it on the Negro.
Yes. Now, Crow Cop gets a verbal submit, never seen one.
Right.
And then on to the main fight. We have a mystery weight class at 196. Rich Franklin can't win at 185, can't win at 195, and can't win at 205.
This guy just happens to fight in the classes where it's just stacked, and you got Anderson Silva, Roman in the middleweight. So, I mean, you know what? He's always going to be the second best at middle, and you know what? Vitor Belfort was just too much for him.
Vitor Belfort gets down to 185 and can maintain that weight. Dude, I think he can give Anderson Silva a run for his money.
I think he can for probably about 2 minutes.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he'll beat Dan Henderson. I mean, I don't know who else you have at 185.
Yeah, that's some good points. Those could be a good fight. Him fighting Henderson would be a damn good fight.
You know what? Swick needs to fight. Let him fight Swick.
Yeah.
Let him fight Paul Daly. I don't care. Put Vitor in. Vitor has looked one of the most impressive fighters, in my opinion, over his last 3 fights.
He has been. He's been very impressive over the course of the last 3 fights. Now, moving on to more fighting that people really didn't give a shit about because everybody knew that Mayweather more than.
You know, Mayweather's minimum salary he was going to take home after this fight was $10 million. Minimum.
Yeah.
$10 million.
Because he's the best pound for pound boxer, and people. I'm going to make it real quick. People don't like him because he dance and move, but I'm going to tell you what, if you're an MMA fan and you like Lyoto Machida and you like Anderson Silva, then really there's no reason that you shouldn't like Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, he's a cocky asshole. He doesn't have the best personality in the world, but you know what, man? He put distance between him and Marquez. Every time he tried to move in, he punished him. That was it. It's nothing else to discuss. He pretty much annihilated him.
For 12 rounds. I expected it to be over. I heard he knocked him down twice.
Marquez was just way too small, George. He needs to fight someone like Mosley or Cotto. Anyway, moving on to football. Let's go.
The U might just be back. They have to play Oklahoma here in a couple weeks, but the U played at home. Georgia
Will you
Tech
get Jacory's fucking testicles off your chin? Okay? The U might just be back. They need to play.
They could be back. They're going to play Oklahoma here in a couple weeks.
Wipe that shit off your chin, sure.
Okay.
Right in your, what?
I'd rather have nut on my chin than the tears that were coming out of your eyes and the fucking holes in your walls from the Nebraska game. And actually, I don't really want nut on my chin. It's just a fucking figure of speech. So no homo emails or anything like that.
Fact, Nick.
Yeah, that's me. Anyway, Miami won 33-17.
Okay, right.
Boise State beat Fresno State. Whoop-de-doo. Florida played at home versus Tennessee.
Now, that was a close game.
Serious conservative football.
Yeah.
Yeah. Texas beat Texas Tech at home.
The Avenger only lost of the season last year.
And USC went to Washington and got beat by 3.
Biggest upset of the fucking college football season so far. Washington did not win a game last year. So tell me how they put this. Yeah.
2-1, and they're 1-0 in the Pac-10. That was their first conference game, and they beat USC.
Yeah.
Quite impressive.
Alabama just trounced North Texas.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
Penn State crushed, Mississippi crushed, Florida State crushed BYU while BYU was at home.
Yeah.
BYU, this is why your conference doesn't get an automatic BCS berth.
Right.
This was your chance to prove to us and the rest of the world why the MAC and the middle and all you SWAC, SMEAC, SCRAC, and all the other acts should get a BCS bid. And you didn't. This was your shot and you blew it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
California
right
went
on
to
the back of
Minnesota
the
and won.
cheerleader's head.
LSU won, Ohio State won, Oklahoma won, and then that brings us to. Go ahead. Tell him.
See, look, you know what's fucking funny about this shit? Hey, Ragu, I hope you're watching this shit right now.
I'm a Nebraska fan.
He's a Nebraska fan. He's giving me shit for fucking throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah, but I don't.
You know what it was like, man? It's shit like this. Ding! Fuck's up with Nebraska, Kev. Sorry, bitches. Ha ha, click. I'm like, I'm like losing my mind. Ding! What's up with them Huskers, nigga? Ha ha ha, click. Look, man, it was fucked up. We lost in the last seconds of the game.
The Redskins' offense.
Yeah, we're gonna
looked a little bit better than Nebraska's.
Yeah, Nebraska just could not get in the end zone, man. And you know what? The black shirt D held Virginia Tech, and the offense making mistakes and everything throughout the course of the game.
Should give them some white women. They'd have been in there.
Yeah, I know, man. Dirty motherfucker. True though. But anyway, whatever the case is, 16-15, Virginia Tech got the win. Hey, mad respect to all you Hokie fans. I'm sure you are at home masturbating in your room about it.
The only other game to talk about is Oregon playing at home versus Utah and beating them. Utah was ranked. I'm assuming they won't be ranked.
Fucking Huskers lost, man.
Wow, I think Nebraska lost. On to the NFL! And for some of you coaches out there, it means not for long.
Yes.
Anyway, tonight's game, we got Colts versus the Dolphins. Most of you probably won't even see this video.
Very important game for me and George, yes.
I need Reggie Wayne to score about 10 points.
Liquor up front. If Manny puts up 21 points, you lose.
Yes.
That is such a cool name. That was a very original name. Liquor up front. What's yours? The Backdoor Bombers?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. That's treading on the edge. That's a balancing beam shit. You know that, don't you?
Well, speaking of teams that aren't on a balancing beam, the Falcons are 2-0 by beating the Panthers 28-20. The Vikings are 2-0, 27-13 over the Lions, who are looking better.
Yeah.
It looks like they're just going to ride with Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford has potential to win. You know, Peyton Manning won one game his rookie year?
Right.
So, I mean, you could be treading down those waters. But anyway.
Let's move on to the Bengals versus the Packers.
Terrible.
The problem is this, okay? And Aaron Rodgers, okay? Like I said, he has not won one big game. Yeah. And that's a problem. You look at quarterbacks like Eli Manning. Obviously, you saw what the result was last night. You look at quarterbacks like maybe not Big Ben this past weekend, but in the past, people look at them like they look immobile. Oh, they look kind of robotic. Oh, they don't have crazy amount of talent. Where you look at someone like Aaron Rodgers that can throw a tight-ass spiral fucking 60 yards down the field. But you know what? Can't win a big game because he don't make the right decisions. Just like fucking Tony Romo.
Texans versus the Titans shootout. Surprisingly, didn't expect this. 34-31. Thanks, Andre Johnson. I needed your points.
Right.
On to the Raiders and Chiefs. Talking about a game.
Are you trying to talk that fast? Are you doing a commercial like what the fuck? You're talking so fast, man. I feel like I'm sitting at fucking auction, man.
This is what
you're
look.
Freaking
make us a partner, and I don't have to talk this fast.
Okay, but you're like.
We need 11,000 views, so please just watch these videos. Get us our 11,000 views. We'll apply for partnership, and then I don't have to talk.
Because Jordan's gonna have a fucking stroke trying to deliver the whole NFL fucking football.
No, George doesn't. But what y'all don't know, this is take 19 of this damn video. We have 18 other videos that are 11 minutes long. We can't post those on YouTube. Anyway, Raiders versus the Chiefs. Besides the 3 Raiders fans who watched this game, no one.
Jamarcus Russell's mom did.
And she was crying. She wants to know why her baby sucks.
Big game of the week. Patriots versus the Jets.
The Jets were talking smack. We're not kissing the rings. We're not doing this. Dirty Sanchez walked in and slapped all them bitches on the lip.
Not Dirty, it's Mark. Mark's cousin is Dirty Sanchez.
Oops. Anyway, the Jets played strong at home. I mean, if Mark Sanchez can keep up this, I mean, there's your NFL Rookie of the Year.
Without a doubt, man. That guy looks like he's been in the NFL for 6 or 7 years, and it's because he's so poised, he doesn't get fucking rattled, man. No. You look at a guy that's matured so fast, and you know what? He's the perfect example of a quarterback that deals with the intangibles and makes the right decisions. He doesn't get freaked the fuck out. Anyway.
Bombed the Eagles at home 48-22. It was ugly. I'm not going to get mad. I don't know why they had Kevin Kolb throw the ball 49 times. If somebody can explain to me why Brian Westbrook carried the ball 13 times and they let Kevin Kolb throw it 49 times, I have no idea. I love the bomb to Deshaun Jackson because, again, I needed the points. Now, on to the Rams and Redskins.
Were you upset about that?
No, I wasn't mad.
What about you, Doc?
Let's talk about the Rams and Redskins. Yes, you won.
We won.
But your punter...
That doesn't stand for white boys either.
Your punter still has more rushing touchdowns than Clinton Portis.
He does.
That is pathetic.
It is.
Your offense is pussy.
I know. I'm not going to argue with you. You know me. I'll tell how it is. The Redskins' offense sucks balls. I don't know.
Kind of like my defense. The Eagles' defense is on fucking IR.
But But yeah, that's the key. They're on IR. The Eagles will get their people back and they'll be a better team. But for right now,
and the Redskins will have a new coach by half.
Who do you think the new coach will be?
It's either going to be Mike Shanahan
or
I don't think he'd go with Gruden. I honestly think it's going to be Cowher or Shanahan.
Cowher ain't going to play.
Anyway, on to the big game of last night. Well, there were two games. You had one at 4:15 with the Ravens playing the
Seahawks and the 49ers?
What about them? It's fucking 49ers.
Frank Gore was running like shit on them Bama.
Great.
Melvin's probably sad. Okay, go ahead.
So you have the Ravens versus the Chargers. Ray made a game-saving tackle, and Tony Blomo blew it all night last night.
3 interceptions, bad decisions, not dealing with the intangibles. That's why Dallas has not won a playoff game since 1996.
And the Giants won 33-31.
Go ahead, Eli, with your bad self.
Till next time.